This conference will now be recorded.
Pranav, see, like, how do you fit? Okay, you are free actually. You don't have any restrictions like that. So if you whatever it is, if you want to be doing 2 hours or 1 hour, you can tell me. You don't need to tell me, of course, not necessary because you can join anything. You don't have any this thing on you. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So what I'm doing is I'm doing loops again, Pranav. Okay, because I see Sandy and Snigdha. I'm seeing that they need little more discussion on this loops part. So to bring them onto the correct track, I'm going to do this again for one more time. So how is it for you, Pranav?
I think I could also still stay in the. I think I could also listen.
No issues, fine. That's appreciated. That's excellent. Okay, guys. Now let's talk about the loops. Again, I'm just doing from the scratch for these loops. If you have questions, don't wait till I again complete it and then move to the next topic like that. Just stop then and there itself. Okay. So when you talk about loops, one thing you have to remember is loops perform repetitive tasks. That is one thing. Okay. It's more like I'll just show you a small because you are kids, right? Let me get a bit more to the kid level. We'll do a small animation. We'll check from the Google. Okay. Loops are like this. Just let me show you. While loops animated. Okay. It's like this. See. Let's just see this. Don't worry about the YouTube part. This is like this. Okay. Something like this. Loop is. Okay. Now you see
Sir,
here.
I can't really see it. It's still like showing the go-to meeting.
Pardon?
Sir, it
On your
seems as though
screen.
your screen is frozen.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. That's really bad. Okay. But anyhow, now I think are you able to see it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's excellent. 1 minute. Let me see. This is fine, but this is somewhere earlier, where I was. Anyway, the concept of loop is same. This Python or whatever it is. This is. Can you see here now? Just observe this.
Yes, sir. I can see.
All of you can see this, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is a bit of still I think we can have a better animation, but still it's fine. The loop works like this. Can you see here, right? It starts from some condition and then you can see it is going to third line, fourth line. Again it comes back. You can see there. Okay. Don't look at the output now, not necessary. So it keeps on doing this until your condition is false. Okay. Maybe I want to show more interesting GIF. I used to see somewhere earlier. I like them so much. The animations sometimes they're really wonderful. I always think in that lines, but I don't know how to do animations. Otherwise, I would have done animation for you guys. Sure. Just 1 minute. No, just to make sure that you that what is it? The looping thing with some animation, so that you like it more. That's what I'm looking. Let me see if it's there here. Khan Academy. No, this is also a regular one, not this type. No. This is all regular things. Okay, only this one fits that.
Sir, in the keyword you should probably type while loops
It's okay, fine.
Python.
Okay, just to show you only. Just want you to learn in a different way. It's a while loops, animated Python. Python animated animation.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So where did you find it? You can, if you see it, ping me that URL in the chat box. It's okay, fine. I tried it, but I don't want to waste your time for this. I'll check and see tomorrow. Okay, I'll show you quickly. Now I'm going with the explanation. So generally, what loop does is something a repetitive task. Okay, what it does, a repetitive task, which means like it's like doing something again and again. You got it right? Doing something again and again until condition is false. It's like it's like sitting in a giant wheel. And right? Suppose if giant wheel should make some 30 rounds, the condition is that, and every time it makes one round, that computer will make a note of that, and that wheel keep on repeating that giant wheel. It's also like a looping only until it reaches 30. Once it reaches 30, it will stop there because that condition is going to fail there after that. So for next one 31, it's false, so it will stop there, and that's a kind of loop you can imagine in your head. Okay, so the giant wheel thing can be a practical example to remember a loop. Okay, but right, when you start and sit in that wheel, it won't keep on doing that rotations, or that wheel doesn't keep on rotating for the whole day, right? It will definitely stop after 10 rounds or 20 rounds or some 30 rounds, like that. Got it? That's what the concept of loop is. It keeps on iterating until it's false. Got it right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Condition is false. So that's what happens. Loop performs repetitive tasks until a condition is false. That is one thing. Second thing, loop basics. What is that we should know when you are working with loops? That is another important thing. When you work with loop, you need
But there are two
initialization.
different types.
Okay, and then condition, and then incrementation or decrementation. You need all these three. You can mute your machine as well. Sandy, you have to mute your machine. Okay? So we need these three, and I told you a number of times: listen, what I explained, don't use that keyboard, Sandy. So that's what I recommend you, because it will become very difficult for me. No, difficult for me to handle it. Okay, because I when you are typing, definitely your focus will be different, and you might lose the track. Again, I have to again I have to talk about this. So again, it becomes a bit difficult. Okay, so you have to focus, Sandy. So you need an initialization, okay, and then condition, and then incrementation or decrementation. So these are the loop basics. What are those loop basics? An initialization, a condition, and then increment or decrement. So what is initialization? It tells where loop should start, where you should begin. That is initialization. Condition means how many times your loop should repeat. Your loop should iterate. Incrementation is a step statement. Okay. Every time you do this incrementation, it increments by 1. Okay. So all these 3 are there. Suppose I want to print 1 to 10. I'll show one example to all of you. So if that is the problem, then where should I start? And here, remember, these 3 are loop basics. The initialization, it tells where you should start. The condition, how many times you should iterate. The incrementation or decrementation, it's a step statement. I got it right? Means without this step statement, you will never satisfy the condition. You will never reach the condition, because if you don't increment, it keeps on iterating and iterating and iterating. It won't stop anywhere. It's like a car without a brake. Okay, that's how it is. You understand that? Okay. Now let's apply these basics with one example. I need to print 1 to 10, and if I should do that, that is the problem. Where should I start my loop? I need a loop variable here. When you are working with loops, definitely we need a loop variable. Tell me, where should I start, guys? Where should I start?
You first start by getting a variable. You first start off by getting a variable and assigning a value to that variable.
I should start with 1. So
Get a variable and assign the. Get a variable and assign.
Not possible in Python. Okay, you have to declare and you should initialize Sandy. It's not possible. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Now you should start, as the problem is 1 to 10. Initialize I to 1, a loop variable to 1, while loop. You know the syntax of while, right? So you know, right? We have 2 types of loops, while and for. And the syntax of while look like this: while condition, colon, and then statements. Okay, and then here you can have statements in that. And then step statement. So this is the syntax of while. And here the execution flow is like this: if condition is true, then the control comes in the loop, inside this loop, and then the statements are executed, and then incrementation happens. Again, it will go back to the starting of loop. So again, it will check condition, comes into the loop, execute statements, increment loop variable, again go back to the while, again check the condition, and then execute statements, increments the loop, again go back to the while. It works like that. Okay, got it right? All of you?
Yes, sir.
So this happens how many times?
Until the condition is false.
Until condition is false. Correct. Is that clear for three of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Participants,
sir.
to see if we can share the screen.
Now, this is the loop variable. Now I should start my loop with one, that is initialization. This is initialization. And then I should iterate for 1 times. My condition should be I less than or equal to 10. It means until I starts with 1 and until it becomes 10. Okay, you should keep on iterating the loop. Okay, until this I is less than or equal to 10. It keeps on iterating the loop. It keeps on iterating the loop. Okay, it starts with 1. Okay, but you know, even though it starts with 1, until it becomes 10, this loop keeps on iterating. Means 10 times it will iterate. If it is 20, it will iterate for 20 times. If I ask you to print 1 to 100, this should iterate for 100 times. And that's what the condition should be like this. And here we have to use less than or equal here, or less than 11. You can put less than or equal to 10. If you put less than 11, this will also work. And here you are doing incrementation. And when you are doing that, you have to use the symbol here less than. Don't use a greater than. You get this point here? Is that clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Now, once you do the condition, you should print that. You should print it continuously. Then you have to use a print statement, print of I here. Okay. I will print the value of what is that? The loop variable. Every time the loop is iterated, it will print this I here. That's what happens. When I is 1, it prints 1. When I is 2, it prints 2. When I is 3, it prints 3. But you cannot stop here. You need a loop variable. That loop variable has to be present inside loop, and it should be part of loop. So make sure when you are taking a loop, you have this condition, and loop should have an incrementation. I see the couple of times you are missing that incrementation. Sometimes some of you actually I just see in some 1 or 2 things you used to put that incrementation in if or like that. But a loop must have a step statement. It might be incrementation, it might be decrementation, but still you need a step statement. Do you understand that? So the step statement here is incrementation. I need 1 to 10. Every time loop iterates, I should increment I by 1. So I should say I equal to I plus 1. And this is part of loop. This belongs to loop here, and this is must for any loop. Even if you don't print, nothing happens. But if you don't use this incrementation, then that is a problem. And here, this initialization or this condition or this incrementation, all these 3 are very important to us. And if you miss any one, it won't work. Loop doesn't work. Suppose you didn't initialize, then we cannot move the loop forward because we don't know where to start. Suppose you didn't use the condition, then you don't know how many times your loop should iterate. Suppose you didn't use incrementation, then your loop always is positive. It's always true because I is 1 and 1 is less than or equal less than 11 is always true. Then there is no incrementation. It will never fail. Keeps on iterating. Always I is 1, I less than 11 is true. Then it keeps printing. Again I is 1, I less than 11 is true. Again it comes inside print I. This happens how many times? This happens until condition is this happens continuously, not the condition is false. There is no false condition here. If you don't use incrementation, your condition never fail. And if your condition never fail, then your program move into a state called infinite loop. Today what I'll do is Slowly, I will explain all those things. See here, this is a simple program to print 1 to 10. This is initialization. Suppose you remove this, then you try to run this program and see what happens. Now go to run, and then run module. What happened? It is saying here, name I is not defined, because if you should use I, it has to be declared and then it has to be initialized. You should do both. Here you should say I equal to 1. That is one thing. The next thing, if you don't have this, now you have seen that you have an error. Suppose I don't have a condition for this. I don't have a condition, but still I am running the program. Let us see this. What happened? See, you didn't get anything here. Can you see that? No output for this program. Why? Because this loop never executed. What is it? This loop, it didn't execute. By default, this is false. The condition is false. It has never executed. So without condition, you cannot, iterate a loop. It's highly impossible, because by default this is false. When it is false, you cannot enter a loop at all. Right? You can enter into this block only if condition is true here. Are you listening, guys? Sandy, if you are focusing on your keyboard, okay,
I'm not, sir.
this time I cannot do anything, because this is for you only, probably to make sure you are comfortable. So you got it right. Next step, I less than or equal to 10. Suppose I don't use this in the incrementation, then what happens? Right? First I is 1. 1 less than or equal to 10 is true. Here I becomes 1. 1 less than or equal to 10 becomes true. Then I is printed. When it is true, control comes inside. Then I is printed. I becomes how much here? 1. Again it goes up. Still I is 1. 1 less than or equal to 10 is true. Then I is printed again. Again it goes to the while. I is 1. 1 less than or equal to 10 is true. Again 1 is printed. This happens, see here now. This keeps on happening. You can see that 1 keeps on going. It won't stop anywhere. This is called infinite loop. Now you have observed 3 things. If I don't have initialization, I got an error. If I don't have a condition, loop never executed. If I don't have incrementation, loop never stopped. Because always condition is true. When condition is always true, the loop will move to a state called, the state is called infinite loop. Do you know that? It is moved into a state called infinite. Do you get this, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me stop this. Okay, save this program. So what is that I should do? I should add to this to make sure that it will stop after some iterations.
You should add an incrementation.
Okay. What about you, Sandy? What should I add to this code?
You should add the I plus equals 1. I plus equals 1.
Okay. What is it? I equal to I plus 1.
Or yeah.
Right. Now let me run this then. Okay. Now I will ask you quick questions. Today I'm not going fast. Even tomorrow I don't go fast. And day after tomorrow also I don't go fast. Every day, first I'll see you are very clear with the fundamental here first. Are you good with this now? It stopped with 10. Then I'm going to ask you a few questions. You actually, okay. I'm going to ask which of the following declarations are correct? All of you. Which of the following declarations are correct for a while loop. Okay. That is A, 2. A 3. Okay, and 4. I'm passing sharing. I'll prepare and I'll ask. Okay, so that you can answer. I'm just preparing questions for you. I don't want you to see the questions. Once I prepare, I'll ask to correct them, so that you don't know what changes I have to do to the code. Okay. So okay, guys. Okay, it's time for you to answer the questions. Which of the following are valid declarations? I have 6 declarations now. I have 6 declarations. Okay. Which are valid? You should tell one by one. Okay. Is this valid? Give me answer in the chat box. Okay. And tell me what correction you have to do to the code in the chat box itself. I don't need oral answers. I want to see everyone answering it. If you answer, the others will know the answer. So don't answer loudly. Answer in the chat box. Come on, guys. Is it a correct declaration? I mean, does this program gives you the output? You get an output for this. Okay. Okay, then Sandilia, what should I do to this program to correct it? Sandy, where should
The first one, you need to add a value for. You have to first of all assign a value for I, because I doesn't really have a value right now.
how do I do it? Tell me.
So before the while statement, you go up and write I equals like anything, like 2.
Is this program perfect? Second one? Not. What is that? What is that you should correct? Give me the chat box. Don't answer. So what is missing? Answer that also. Just no is not enough, Sandy.
Yeah, I just answered.
Okay. Snigdha. Okay, fine. Third one. Is this correct or what is missing in this? If it is not correct, what is missing? If it is correct, tell me it's correct. Okay, fine. Third one. What is missing here? So Sandy, I think, okay.
Well, yeah, that was when we first added it just because we want to add the ability.
Right.
And when the client
Yes,
is
sir.
ready to generate.
Okay, the fourth one. What is missing here? It looks like almost perfect. So is it correct or what is missing? Okay, what is fifth one? Is it perfect? Or what is missing here? Or what are different things you are missing? Okay, Pranav is saying you are missing condition for fourth. What about fifth one? Okay, you are missing condition for fifth one. Yeah, perfect, Snigdha. See, there is something else missing in the fifth one, not just condition. Did you find it? There is another mistake in this code. Not only condition, but something is missing here. Do you find it?
Is it
Condition is
the
fine. Yeah, syntax in sense. What is that missing in syntax? Everything is syntax here. What is it missing? Okay, the colon is missing. Here you are missing the colon. Sandy, what is missing here? You only told me the condition. You didn't tell about the colon.
oh I said it right there. I said no and then I wrote a colon.
When did you write colon? I'll just see here.
Like right before Pranav said syntax.
Oh, fine, no issues. That's perfect. How about this? Is this good or anything else missing in this code? I think this is the same program. 1 minute. Okay, same question. Okay. What is missing here? It's not syntax. Okay, syntax. See, that's part of syntax only. Whatever you are missing, that's part of syntax. What is that syntax? Tell me, Pranav. Yep, correct. One more last question to all of you. Okay, let's do it as a secret service agent. That means because if I show you, if I do change in front of you, you will know the answer because you are seeing the change in directly. But if I do it secretly, you don't know. Now you tell me the seventh one. What is the mistake in the seventh program? Seventh program, correct? What is that you miss here? Okay, fine. I put colon then. Do you think this code works? I put colon. Do you think the code works? Perfect. Yeah. You need an indentation as well. You got clarity now with loop? Did you get the clarity with loop? And I'll just ask
Yes,
you.
sir.
I want to print to 1 to 10. Okay, 1 to 10, not 10 to 1 or something. But one more question for 1 to 10. I'm asking you one more. Okay. So again, I'm just preparing program. Okay. Now you tell me. Okay. Can you see the screen? Does this program works to print 1 to 10? If not, what is the mistake? Find out the mistake. Perfect. Okay. So what I'm missing here? Less than. Perfect. So you have to take care of this also when you are doing incrementation and decrementation. Okay. You got it right. Now you do the second program on the same lines. When you increment, you should say, and still, do you think this program is perfect? I think all of you have given me the answers. But in this code and in this code, there are two more. There are errors. Even in this code also, I forget. Here also I have error. Despite of that colons, everything, if I correct even with colon, still there is an error here in the sixth program. Even here I have an error in spite of correcting all the problems. Correct. Pranav is, you have highlighted it. Correct. Only Pranav is giving me the answer. What about others? In the 6, 7, 8, in all these three programs, there is still a error. What is that? Find out. Yeah, correct, Pranav. You are good. Perfect. What about others? Tell me. Perfect. What about you, Sandy? Sandy, you are more energetic guy here, okay? So you have to answer. So how should I increment Sandy? What is the correction I have to do to this code? Either I should say I equal to I plus 1 or I plus equal to 1. Or here also you can say I equal to I plus 1 or I plus equal to 1 is a shorthand. If you increment it, same. If you expand it, it becomes I equal to I plus 1. Anything is correct. Okay? But you should know that the meaning of this is it is nothing but I equal to I plus 1. Got it? And here also it's same. What is that? I should say I equal to. So now we'll do one more program slowly, no problem. Let's not be hurry, because for you are very beginning to the program, new to the coding, right? As you are new, it's better to go peacefully and slowly. No need to take it. No? Now 10 to 1. But the point is, see, if you have issue, you highlight it, but don't keep quiet. Okay? And don't wait. No, it's not like going back and giving update to the parents, and then they coming to me and they are asking. So instead of all that, what you can do, you can stop me there, tell me your problem. So let's talk about the pace, sir. The pace is very fast, or for us the pace is fast, or we want little slow, or it want to be little slower, or it want to be very very slow. You can tell all this. Okay, now do this program 10 to 1. Today we can do only up to this because I have a session after this. Session for the other two guys. Okay. And if you wish, you can listen to the session, but the pace will be little faster. So it's up to you. No need to worry about it. Fast in sense to the pace of those two guys. Now I need 10 to 1. Next program. Okay, Snigdha. The program is 10 to 1. Finish the whole program, test it, and then post me in the chat box. Post me in the chat box. the full program. Okay, that's perfect. How about Snigdha? Okay, that's really wonderful. Enough for today. This is enough. Okay, relax, enjoy your day, have a good day. Now, is it fine? Now, let me ask one by one. Pranav, anyhow, I'm sure. Okay, Pranav, you are good, right?
No questions, sir. Yes, sir, I'm good.
What about you, Sandy? Now, how is it now?
I have no question, sir. I'm fine, thank you.
Now, is it fine? The loop is fine to you?
Yes, sir. I'm able to understand now. Thank you.
You got that no that understanding and clarity on this, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How about you, Snigdha?
Yes, it makes a lot more sense to me. I understand now.
So, is there any difference between after the session, before the session, or is it same still?
It makes more sense. Yeah, I understand now.
Okay, that's good. Okay, we'll stop it here today, and then tomorrow we continue back. Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Yeah, Sandy, you can try programs. Still, you can try all this. But for
Yes, thank
tomorrow,
you.
you can practice this. I send you that, right?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Shreya and Shreya, I will be rejoining. You can connect.